Hi, welcome to the Village Trader Chats. My name is Njabulon Tsabande, host of the Village Trader podcast. So, in today's video, I wanted to look at the financial index and the financial stocks of the JSE. But before we get into that, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit that bell notification button so that you don't miss any of these videos. So yeah, that being said, let's get straight into it. So I wanted to. So I took a comparison of all the sub indices that within the at the JSE. So I looked at the top 40, the industrial, the resources, the property index, and of course the financial index, which the JSE code is J212. As you can see here, most of the sub indices, the resources, industrial, and the top 40 have well recovered from the COVID-19 crash, with an exception of property and the financials. Property is this blue line graph here, and the financials. As you can see here, financials have been making a higher high. Higher lows and higher highs as well. So it should be interesting to see which of the financial stocks are driving the this move. So as you can see, we broke through. This is still the financial index, the J200 on its own now. It was trading in a range following the crash of earlier in March. Started to trade in a range of that 107.65 and 93.82 levels. It had a bit of a fake break there, came back into this range, broke through there. And interestingly, when it broke through, I think it was the rally, last week's rally, when it broke through here, it broke above this high there. And it came back now to test, and also it broke above the 200-day exponential moving average. So I'm anticipating that it might come back to retest this a 107 yeah, 107.65 level before it goes back to make another higher high, if we do happen to see a higher high. And if that plays out, it would mean that we'd have another higher low. You know what I mean? So interesting to see that. So starting off with the banks, the Firstrand Bank, it has been making, since the low of March, it has been making higher lows. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, higher lows and higher highs, and it broke through this initial uptrend range, and seemingly now trading in its second range, having crossed above the 200-day exponential moving average. But for now, I'm still waiting to see what's going to play out in Firstrand. I'm not going to get long any moment soon, because the 30-week exponential moving average is still below the 60-week exponential moving average. But I'm starting to like our financial stocks, looking to long them relatively soon, if these do um, if the 30 crosses the 60 on the upside. And similarly with Standard Bank, code SBK, traded in a range after that March collapse. Traded in a range of 118 and that 99 rand level. Broke through on last week's rally. Broke through also the 200-day exponential moving average. Looking like it's going to come back to retest, and maybe we should see another rally there. But similarly with Firstrand, I am waiting on the 60-week exponential moving average to then cross above this 30 this 30 rather the 60-week exponential moving average, before I can start to long the stock. So I don't want to catch the bottom or the top. I want to catch that bit in the middle. A stock that we covered a couple of days ago is Capitec, seemingly being the leader of the pack. It has this nice round bottom the exponential moving average looking like they're going to cross. And this cup and handle pattern looks like it wants to then form. Yeah, Capitec looks like the leader of the pack in this financial index recovery. So it's going to be interesting to see. And as I'm recording, the MPC decided not to change the rates, so not a great deal of volatility happened thereafter. To no surprise. Absa Bank, similarly with uh, so the big banks look like they started their recovery quite well. Um, the stock making higher highs, higher lows, and similarly higher highs. Also broke through the 200-day exponential moving average and did come back to retest the 200-day moving average. And it seems like it does hold as a support. Seemingly now it's going to trade on this second range on the uptrend. And similarly with the Firstrand and Standard Bank, I'm waiting for these the 30-week exponential moving average to cross above the 60-week exponential moving average to before I can start getting on the long side of these banks, because I want the wind behind me. I don't want to be facing the wind, at least not at this moment. I want the wind to be fully behind me, but I can see um, the bulls are starting to get excited. Maybe the banks are started to get cheaper, and big money starting to buy banks at the moment. All Mutual seems to be the lagger of the financial stocks. Uh, Insurance as an insurance company, uh, when COVID hit, I'm assuming there was a bunch of insurance claims that they perhaps couldn't. Well, the market was anticipating that they would struggle with. It failed to break through this 12 Rand 91 cents resistance level, and seemingly the 200-day exponential moving average seems to hold as a resistance as well. So anticipating for the stock to go back to that 938-ish support that it has been trading um, on. But there's another support there that maybe um, the stock might come back rather to test that one as opposed to back to the 938 rand in 938 cents level, in which case we would have made a higher low and a higher high, and we'll see how that pans out. Maybe it will be like it would be the catalyst for this higher high and higher low would be start to be the catalyst for a breakout to the upside, but not terribly excited on the long side on mutual, as the 200-day seems to have held as support. And as you can see, we've got a couple of dojis there. Seemingly the bulls are running out of steam, but we shall wait to see how that pans out. So in Sanlam, similarly with All Mutual, uh, making lower highs, uh, you know, 200-day exponential moving average seems to have held as well. So stock looking rather bearish, perhaps coming back to that 47 Rand level, or rather maybe that's a better support there at 48 Rand. But we shall wait and see. I don't trade reversal. Like I said, I trade continuation. So I'll be waiting on the sidelines on Sanlam. So Discovery, stock we also talked about a couple of days ago. Interestingly, the moving averages are looking to cross each other here. Uh, um, and the stock has been making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and higher highs as well. So looking quite decent to be to get on the long side of Discovery. I'm waiting for a break and close above 138-ish and some change before I can go long of Discovery. But it's a share that I'm quite watching with keen eyes at the moment. And last but not least, rather Nedbank, which have a storming week, a storming past couple of weeks. Uh, since its lows in March, it has been up about 100% since that time, and it has broken through this ascending triangle pattern, looking quite bullish at the moment. Also cross above its 200-day exponential moving average. So we shall see how that pans out. I'm anticipating it's going to come back to test the 114 previous resistance. It might then now turn this into a support before it starts getting higher to come back to that support there. But we shall see how the banks recover getting into 2021. But these stocks are what I'm looking at the moment. So that's it for today's video. Be sure to subscribe again. Like the video if you please do like the video if you did like it. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to not so that you get reminded every time there's a new video up. Do follow me on Twitter at Njabulo_Goje and at Village Shredder ZA. Also, do check out my podcast at villageshredder.coza and every podcatcher that good podcasts aggregated. Wow, English is a bit hard. So that's it from me. That's it from me today. Thank you for watching. Check you again tomorrow. Cheers.